For pre-writing organization, two important things to remember: order and structure. For order, we have three ways that we generally like to order things when we're looking at Western-style writing, international publishing: logical order, chronological order, and spatial order. So you may have something that needs logical sequencing for reasoning purposes. You may have something that needs to be a history paper. It needs to be written chronologically so that we know what happened first, what happened second, what happened third. We may have things that need spatial order. If we are talking about something with, I want to say maybe like chemistry, where we need to have spatial relations between what's happening at the atomic level versus what's happening at the quantum level. You may have spatial relationships that need to be clearly outlined in order to explain the content of your research. Structure: all elements that should support your thesis, and you need to consider various options. So once you go through and you structure this, think about, okay, what if I just threw this away and I rewrote a new structure? Could I improve on it? Don't just stick to your first idea, but try it multiple ways to see if I reorder it, if I don't use a spatial relationship, but if I use a chronological relationship, does that improve the paper? Is that better or is that worse? You can try different structures out, consider various options. Formal outlines. They're hierarchical. Every subset must have 2 points or more, otherwise it's not a subset. They help to identify structural weaknesses and imbalances. Not everyone enjoys writing the formal outlines, but this is a benefit. As you're writing it, you can see where your argument is weak. You can see where the weaknesses are in your thinking, because you write A, B, C, and then suddenly you have no subpoints for C. And you realize, oh, I probably need to do more research on this. I need to go back, or my interviews didn't come up with enough information on this point, but I need something of substance to put in here. So this is a great way to show where the weaknesses are in your paper. Also, as teachers, it's a great way to help students identify their own weaknesses, to have them complete a more formal outline like this. One of the better uses for formal outlines is for content that aims to be mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. MIEXE is the acronym that we use: mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. I'll let you look that up if you're interested in it. Otherwise, if I spent the whole time explaining mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive, we wouldn't get to any of our activities the rest of the day. And here's some informal outlines. You can see there's a mixture of visuals, a mixture of ideas. It's just free form. It's creative. You don't have to stick to that hierarchy: Roman numeral 1, letter A, numeral 1. You can go ahead and put your ideas however it makes sense to you. Use imagery to help you as you get stuck thinking, then draw a little picture about it, see if that sparks another idea. And this is also a great way to challenge those ideas of structure. So if you're used to writing the paper or used to writing in a certain format, then getting rid of the format and just having a blank page, no lines, to just let your mind be a little bit more creative about the structure, this can be helpful so that you start looking at all of the points. Is this all about the same topic, or do these three ideas over here just not fit? And I can't figure out how to get them in. Maybe this isn't part of your writing. Maybe that's a different piece of writing altogether. But getting it out on the paper in a free-form way can sometimes show you where those problems are. Does the argument progress or does it stall? Is there sufficient details or support for all of the points? These are all great ways to look back at after you've created your informal outline, to look back and ask yourself these questions, or have your students ask them of themselves. Give them the assignment to make an informal outline of some kind, then have them bring it into class, and then ask them these three questions. How do you answer these? So they can start thinking about the structure of their writing. They can start thinking about whether they're really addressing the thesis topic, or if they're missing something and they need to go back and do more research or gather more information or conduct another interview. All right, so that's enough of me talking. Let's practice a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start with a writing prompt. Compose a short essay about your favorite city. So we're going to pretend. We're in a pretend classroom. The assignment is write us an essay about your favorite city. I want you to work in small groups. I don't actually want you to write the essay. We are just practicing the pre-writing part. So we are going to try one of these 3 techniques. We're going to try brainstorming and idea sharing. We're going to try mind mapping, clustering, and we're going to try doing the more formal and informal outlining structures of organization. So I'm going to have 3 groups, and you're going to get together and you're going to try one of these 3 techniques about your favorite city. So you can decide as a group, what city are we going to talk about, and then try out the brainstorming activity, and then we'll compare the 3 at the end to see what it looks like, what that pre-writing looks like, that artifact looks like at the end when 3 different groups have tried it. Okay? So I'm going to give you a piece of flip chart paper, and you can write down all of your brainstorming or show us your mind map. So I'm going to give everybody, each group will have 1 piece of paper, and you can get started on making a pre-writing artifact for your favorite city. Okay? Sounds good. Okay, time is up. Let's get back together. I want to be able to share as a group so we can see everybody's artifacts here. So let me have everybody move back to your seats. Maybe choose 2 or 3 people. How about 3 people? So 2 people can hold up the paper and 1 person can explain to us as a group what you came up with. Okay, choose 2 or 3 people. Okay. Okay, don't be shy. Come up on stage with me. I want to see your paper. I want to see what you came up with your brilliant, beautiful minds. Okay, group 1, group 2. Where's my group 3? They're still arguing about who's going to talk. Okay. All right. Come join us. Come join us. Okay. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to have you stay up here. I'm going to hand the microphone over so that someone can explain to us what city you chose and the technique that you used and how you designed and came up with everything that's on the page. Okay?
Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening. I don't know what I said. Okay, we are from Group 1, and our technique is brainstorming. First of all, we choose our favorite city. A lot of people, I think some people choose Yogyakarta, but some people hasn't been there. So I think we choose one place in Jakarta because everybody's here, and it's easier to elaborate. First of all, we think about what came in our head when we think about Jakarta. It's a lot of ideas, and the most important thing about brainstorming, I think it's don't stop, never stop, and don't let other people stop you, because it happens a lot in school or in the workplace. But I think our what is it? Our work hasn't done. It's not finished. Yeah, because we have to group it into one big ideas or same ideas. Oh.
And I think from all of this one, we group it into one title. It would be Life in Jakarta, because this is all about what you can find in Jakarta in your life daily in Jakarta. That's it. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Our group is write the outline about our writing, and our group chose Bandung as favorite city. However, from our group mention many cities like Jakarta, Surabaya, and then we choose Bandung. Okay, when we hear word Bandung, some people imagine the Bandung is have many things. The first is food and culinary. There are many food in Bandung because of the weather is cool. Yeah. Okay. And one food is koteng, bajigur, batagor, cilok, cireng. However, we don't write here. But I think many food from Bandung is now we can see in Jakarta. And then the second subtitle is about education. There are the favorite university at Bandung, the ITB, Institut Teknologi Bandung. And then the state university, others university, Unpad, Universitas Pajajaran, and UPI, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia, and Unpas. Unpas Bogor, but my friends say it's Bandung. Okay. Okay, there are the facilities for education, another facilities. There are museum and Museum Asia Afrika, and Bosca. Telescope. Yeah. And in Lembang, and the the first thing in Bandung is tourism. I think in weekend we can see the many people from Jakarta, from other cities, they come to Bandung to shop, and there are many tourism places like Tangkuban Perahu, and Lembang, which weather is so cool there, and Pengalengan is the location to produce fresh milk from the farm, and the last is factory outlet. We know Cihamplas and others. Okay, thanks for our